tenacious Welsh side, eventually triumphing by 9. Captain Osea Kolinisau, in his 39th event, has scored 82 tries. And Hong Kong, following their disappointment in not qualifying last weekend as a core team, were beaten 33-0 in the first game this morning. Yu Kam Shing has been in the squad for 5 years, and he was used as a poster boy for the game. So, Kaltanana, Fiji, a mixed bag. It was early in the morning for them and it was cold. What are your expectations as we see their supporters who are brilliant all around the world?
Well, I'm expecting them to take it up 3 or 4 levels. Really, they'll want to get a lot of points up against Hong Kong, get their points differential going before they play England later on in the day. But Neil, really interested to see their number 6 playmaker, Sela. He's taken over Jerry Tuwa, who sits down for this match, so it's an opportunity for him to stake his claim to start in that last game. And also number 12, Ravovo, replaces the very experienced and very lethal Vidi, so he'll want some ball pretty early on too.
Former Scottish Sevens player Mike Adamson in control of his 45th event. There is Semi Kunatani, one of the star players for this side and the man that Kaltanana was talking about. Sela in jersey 6. We're underway. Second match of these two sides here in Tokyo as the ball finds the ground. And as a rugby ball does, it bounced so high. Everyone holding off. No play there at all unless a Hong Kong player joins it, which will make it a maul. So it's just a tackle. And the Fijians now look to hold him up, dragging him towards the Hong Kong line. Now they join, and this is where it becomes a maul. So good awareness of the rules by Fiji. A turnover here could occur. Hong Kong have done brilliantly to secure it and to get it back into the hands of Rimini. Ben Rimini breaks the first and then the second, makes his way into the Fiji 22. Yu Kam Shing tries to get more metres. They release the ball and first penalty for Hong Kong.
Yeah, great start from Hong Kong too. Good recognition of the rules early on, not creating a maul. They did extremely well to get it to ground. I think it was Tom McQueen, wasn't it, in jersey 11. Did brilliantly. From there, they played some pretty good football.
Saw this from Hong Kong earlier in the first half against England, where they went to the break only trailing by 12 points. England scoring 21 points in the second half, and so Hong Kong now from the set piece. Kunatani again in with the tackle. Sela in helping out. Now he's gone to the ground. There's got to be released. Fijians just haven't had their hands on the ball, doing a lot of defending in the opening 90 seconds of the game. And it's a scrappy style of play that will suit this Hong Kong side. Jones. Lee Jones. Yu Kam Shing goes in and clears it out. Now they've got some space out here on the left. Had the option of offloading to Jamie Hood, who was there, who clears the ball out once more. Mays, Chris Mays, a lovely little short ball. Here comes the first try for Hong Kong. And it's Tom McQueen.
Like you said, Willie, had all the possession in this game. Fiji making a lot of tackles, but I like the line from Tom McQueen coming from a long way out on the right-hand side. We'll see it here. It's nice hole running. They just drifted across and they're straight in there by Lee Jones is what makes the defence stop. And then Tom McQueen coming on the angle. This is what you call beautiful hole running, Willie.
7th World Rugby Series, his 12th try in his career. 60 points he brings up. And good reward for a side that has dominated territory, possession, and now the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's whether they can keep that momentum going and can stick with the Fijians. As we all know, they only need one opportunity and they're right down underneath the opposition post. So they have to have a good clean kick-off here and compete at least Hong Kong.
Fiji, they come into Tokyo full of confidence. They've now won 3 cups this season. The Gold Coast, Vegas, and they were just unstoppable last week in Hong Kong. And this man in particular, Pio Tuwai, he's always going to draw in 2, 3, 4 defenders, as you can see, which is going to create space out wide. And that's why Fiji is so strong. Kunatani to his captain, Kolinisau. Ravovo is big and strong. Steps 2, fans. A little bit of contact. Kunatani couldn't control it, and now McQueen has it. Hood to Jones. Chris Mays going in looking for some work. quickly recycled. Jones again. McQueen with a kick along the ground. It was Hood who actually put the kick in. Asked Jones to chase. But Volvo gets back in, claims the ball for Fiji. Kunatani in his own 22. Now he breaks out Kunatani. He's quick for a big man. Just a sweeper. They're lining up now here for Fiji. Here comes their first try. And it will be Nasila. Just showing why they are so dangerous. You mentioned it, Carlton, and a half a chance, and it's try time.
Yeah, one missed tackle, and well, Kunatani was off. He's such a threat with ball in hand. He's got some long levers, so it's the ability to offload. Also, we see here great work by the captain at the breakdown, Clinched. Kunatani just buying time, fends off one. The second, desperate defence. You don't need a dive there. You've got to stay on your feet. He draws in the last defender in a sweep and then offloads the ball like that. Just can't help but laugh when he just admiring the skills that they have.
It's not the traditional way of drawing in the last defender to give the pass. And these Fijians, they have beautiful skills. And it's always just expect the unexpected. These images going live around the world. Biggest television coverage we've had here in Tokyo. So wherever you may be watching, hope you're enjoying it. I know the kava will be flowing in the islands of Fiji. Bulavanaka to you.
Sure to be flowing here in Tokyo's after day one as well. Willie, but a big one here for Fiji. Their big man's off Pio to White.
And being replaced by Apisai Don Malala as Volvo goes on one of those characteristic Fijian runs. Defenders calls in a defender and his captain and then just runs for the corner.
That's just too easy. Volvo getting a start in this game for Samasoni Vidi and the two replacements who started this one get the first two tries for Fiji. Nasila just only 30 seconds ago, and then this guy, Volvo. I like the expressions when they run, Willie. They're just so. Look at them. There's a little go. I'm going to go inside. No, I'm not. I'm going to decoy. Oh no. Oh, too easy.
What about holding the ball in one hand? You're taught from the young age of making sure that you keep the ball in two hands. These guys have hands like mitts.
Well, I think that's the great thing about their style. I think that's one thing Coach Ben Ryan has done with them. He's let them still play free and express themselves, but give them a little bit of structure to work within their game. And I think that's the real secret and why they're a lot more consistent now than 2014.
The all-important kickoff, of course, in the game of sevens. If you are just watching us, side that scores kicks off, and there is Nasila Kunatani. He was provider in the first try. He delivers the third.
Well, it's just not fair. to be frank, Kunatani, I mean, the skill base of these Fijians, unbelievable. Look at that on the fly, picks it up like nothing. Kunatani shrugs off one, shrugs off two, and then just runs away from a third. It's like a training run at the moment for these blokes.
Next Fiji Rugby World Cup player. And what a start to his sevens career. Came into the team in Dubai last year where they beat New Zealand 44 points to nil. And he had a major impact in that. Fiji 21 playing 7. And just like that, at one stage it was 7-0, Hong Kong leading. The Fijians showing they don't need too many invitations to the try line. They've got a mortgage on the white chalk. It's usually at the opposition's expense. As Yu Kam Sheng tries to break away the first tackle from Laisungi, who's now just come onto the field. Turnover again, Don Malala with his first touch of the ball. Volvo. Good patient little build up here. Laisungi out the back, but it hasn't gone forward. Unfortunately, the kick from Rawatha sees the ball go into touch. Half time here, Fiji lead Hong Kong by 21-7.
So we're not working off the ball hard enough. We're working on the ball quite hard. Off the ball now, we're just watching and we're not talking. So the game's only 2 scores. They're in with us and you've let them score. So from this kick-off, get the ball, keep the ball, but stretch, in threes, Talanoa a lot more please, eh? Come on. Talk our way through this game, eh? 1 minute, Sammy and Sammy.
Saat tu number tu up tu bamba. Tesar tu up like sama tu kya. Keren betul betul kesi nambita tu on set livosak. Gitu, siar napol tu gitu on. Vilan bi. Four Fiji.
How's your Fiji and Calcinana?
I was just going to say, cynical himself, just talking about taking care of the ball. Ben Ryan also saying, use the stretch, means get the ball wide to the edges and working your threes, have your cleaner there and your halfback, clear the ball.
There was one thing that he mentioned there, you might want to explain it to the listeners. He's saying you're working hard on the ball but not off the ball. What did he mean by that?
Yeah, well, the attack's very flat, so no one's coming off from deep and working around and causing confusion within the defence. They're staying flat, so everyone's just having an individual go themselves, so everyone's having to work a lot harder to retain that ball.
Yeah, you heard him say you're just standing and watching. It's not what he wants. Fiji lead 21 points to 7, and they've got first possession again. There goes man of the moment, Nasela. He's got too much pace. Wow, he put on the afterburners at about the 30-metre mark, and then he just gassed his way to the try line for their fourth.
Ben Ryan also highlighted they needed to score first, and then the floodgates are open. And straight from the kickoff. Look at this. This is just a one-on-one mismatch. Nicely tapped back by the number 3, Vera Malua. But I like the way that Nasela positioned himself in the right situation and in the right area for that tap back, and that's half of the battle.
He's wearing that famous number 6 jersey. Maisali Surevi named player of Hong Kong last week, and also the Magnificent 7 revealed John Olomu, Eric Rush, David Campese, Ben Gollings, Johnny Chang, and the master Maisali Surevi has gone the 10 metres now. There is the try scorer for Hong Kong, Tom McQueen. And now they've got some possession of the Hong Kong side. Make their way into the Fiji half. Nice pass from Jones, nice and crisp out in front. And it was Hood passing it to McQueen. Yu Kam Shing can't get away from Laisungi. But I like the build up here from this Hong Kong side. Ben Limini, he's not afraid of going into the contact area. Kolinisau with the tackle. Now they look to push them and find some gaps, putting the arms through the gap and then throwing it back. Whereas McQueen, there's no offside rule, and so they play on. Nasela picks up and gets to the ball first. There you go, Fiji again. Vidi's on the field. His first touch of the ball. Rauvovo to Kolinisau. Kolinisau holds the ball up and throws it to the ground. Not out, and so play on. Here's real chance for Hong Kong. They should score. 2-on-1, lovely ball inside, and Lee Jones picks up their second.
Well, they pounced on a 50-50 ball for Rauvovo, and it looks like someone might be in a bit of trouble here. Domolala, is it? Late tackle, he's gone too. Oh, well, ill discipline from Fiji may cost them in this one.
That's frustration, isn't it? They had the ball, and then just a sloppy phase of play, and Hong Kong seized the moment and the opportunity here.
Yeah, Kolinisau looking for the man on the outside, and Rauvovo, this is the ball. You just got to take your medicine and take it over the field. You throw the ball in like that, ends up in a Hong Kong hand. Tom McQueen gives a nice offload. There's the impasse, 28-14. Kick is successful. And Hong Kong, one man extra.
Wow. Fiji down to 6 players. Discipline has always been something they've discussed, and Ben Ryan spent a lot of time making sure that they keep the 7 players on the field. But the late tackle from Apisai Domalala, let's see how they respond. The tap back. Laisungi's there. Laisungi, the young 20-year-old, gets it to Nasela. Here's the offload again. Fiji do it all the time. Only 6 players on the field, but Laisungi is held up.
Held up.
He's made the decision.
Time on.
Scottish referee Mike Adamson.
Here it is here, Willie. Good scrambling defence from Hong Kong. The second man in, watch him, does extremely well over the top. Oh, that's a good call too. That's well up. Shoulder was down, but that ball is a good 4 inches off the ground. Max Leewood. Well done, but they've got to repel another one.
Woodward in jersey number 3. As Vidi. Now they've got it out here. Can't stretch out Vidi Malua, but he just puts the ball back inside where the support players are. That cross kick from Kolinisau. How's the bounce? Bounced up perfectly. Unfortunately for Fiji, it's Hong Kong who have possession. Now real opportunity with the numerical advantage that they have. There are spaces out to the left and right. As Jones decides to come back on the angle. Kolinisau with another tackle from the captain.
Go quick here, got to go quick, Hong Kong. Don't slow it down. Oh, you got one man over. I know they're tired, but if Hong Kong move it to space here, Fiji are back. They're out on their feet. Inexperience at this level, I think, for Hong Kong here, Willie.
Yeah, it's been a problem for them. Hugo Styles kicks out, and Domalale will come back on.
Yeah, exactly right. If they take it, they've still got the one man over it. Now it's gone to the dead ball play. Fiji can bring their player back on, and they're up to 7 men.
Hong Kong with the feed. They go high. McQueen brings it down. And now out to Hugo Styles, playing in the jersey number 6. Good tackle coming in from Raisungi. The tackle they had to make drove the player back, but they were able to just hold on to possession. As Hong Kong through Max Woodward. Good play here. That's Jones. Jamie Hood in jersey 7 pops it up. McQueen is there. Driven into the sideline, but he's throwing the ball back in play, and it's gone forward. Messy passage of play from both teams.
Yeah, Jamie Hood was neither here nor there. In attack, you either go and set it up strongly, or you give it to your winger early. He did nothing. He gave the pass to a player in a worse situation. That's what caused the ball going out. Fiji making a number of tackles. They're looking very tired, but having to challenge. Maybe time's going to be against Hong Kong, who competed at the breakdown. Well, I think that's been the secret for me.
Let's see how they go. Alvolvo with the feed. Now Fiji will want to try and finish, and that's a lovely loop around as well. Now Sela gets rid of the first and gets it out to Vidi. Let's see if he decides to free the legs. Vidi going inside, outside, and then popping the ball up. Here comes Katon Biao just races away. That looks so easy. His first try here in Tokyo for the weekend.
Oh, well, they've just done enough, haven't they, Fiji, in the end to get past a spirited effort from Hong Kong, but always have players in support. And then Tokyo.They gets the last pass from Vidi. Just poetry and motion on their feet, the Fijians. See here the way they're able to shrug off tacklers and get balls away in contact, and easy as you please. The coach won't be happy, no doubt about that, Ben Ryan. They'll have to switch on a bit more going into last game against England, Fiji, but they get the job done.
Yeah, they do, by 5 tries to 2. Success in both matches for Fiji. One out winners by 35 to 14.